James Comey has agreed to testify before the Senate Intelligence Committee after Memorial Day. What do you want to hear him explain? What should your counterparts on the Senate side ask him about?
Well, I think the most important thing in light of the reports are to find out, was he being pressured by the president to drop any part of the investigation? I think those allegations concerning Mr. Flynn and whether the president asked him to essentially back off are among the most serious that we have heard. So I would like to hear from the director about that. I'd obviously like to find out whether he kept contemporaneous notes of those meetings and whether there were any other interactions with the president that made him feel uncomfortable, that made him feel that the president was acting inappropriately or that was trying to interfere or impede in the investigation, with the investigation anyway. I think that was likely to be the core of his testimony. I'm pleased that he will be testifying in open session. I think it's important for the public to hear this. And if I could make one other point on this, Jake, because I know there's a lot of speculation that with the appointment of Bob Mueller, who is, I think, a superb choice, that somehow this is going to mean that the congressional investigations are diminished or can go away. Far from it. The only thing that has changed is our point of contact with the Justice Department. But at the end of Bob Mueller's investigation, if he makes a decision not to bring any charges, he's not likely to say a word about that decision. It's going to fall to the Congress to explain what we found and what we didn't. And even if it results in indictments by Bob Mueller, he may not be able to speak much beyond the four corners of those indictments. So we have very different responsibilities, and both, I think, are enormously important.
Congressman Adam Schiff, Democrat of California, thanks so much for your time, sir.
Thanks, Jake.